Hi everybody, I'm Mike, and this is Dwarf Fortress. So, let's start making this place pretty. Smooth all that. Get rid of maybe some of those idlers. Another thing we're going to do is we are going to the stasis of brass is missing someone. I have the feeling that I already knew this, but no relevant skills. Competent spear dwarf. Fantastic. Require. What do you require? You require an office, a dining room, weapon rack, blah 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 blah. Maybe I should take care of that. Okay. So let's assign this to the captain of the guard. And then this is yours, and so's that. Will that make you happy? Yeah, you're happy now. Does that mean I can create a damn squad with you now? Militia commander, captain of the guard. Oh, I see. Yeah, because I made him captain of the guard. Right. I need to find a replacement. I want to make Kogan Vitapipapa. Okay, so I kind of screwed that up, I think. Okay. You are the new captain of the guard. For reasons. Now I'm gonna switch this guy out. For this guy. Now, this guy. I guess these guys will be in leather armor. Will be led by you. Are gonna actually be the guard. So it's all gonna be wrestlers and blah 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 blah. Wrestlers and fighters and talented wrestler. Competent fighter. I don't know how you become a shearer and a competent fighter. Maybe it's fighting with all those sheep. Novice fighter. You're already in the stasis of brass. I think we may have... Oh! I think we may have tapped out. Our talent here. So we're just gonna get dwarves that, Stonecrafter, siege engineer. Cheesemaker. There we go. shearer, engraver, yielder. Alright, so all of these. Just set up a schedule for them. Okay. Maybe they only train every 3 months. Now we have to make a place for them to train. Alright, so where the hell do we put this? Here, I guess. Put you right here. Take that out. And maybe I get rid of that. Remove that designation from there. Put that here instead. Do some entries like that. Sort of work something out like that. Well, that's being done. Let's go have a look. This is all being smelted. We're not making anything in the forges because there's nothing to be made. Gotcha. Well, it looks nice. Nothing else that should, I don't know, perk up my dwarves a little bit. Maybe. Build beds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8. Nine, 10. Build an armor stand right there. Build a door right there. Yeah, alright. Oh, what don't you have? Okay, we'll look into that in a minute. That's gonna be need to be made. That's gonna need to be made. Armor stand, if you can put one there, one there. Actually, all we need is an armor stand. Like, I mean, we don't need anything but one armor stand, but we're not really looking to have weapons, so yeah, post liaison has arrived. Fantastic. RG. Don't want that. I just realized that these things are already here. It's basically everything else that should go. Nope. Not that. Not that. Okay, so let's go and look for the things that we want to sell. Like these. Like these. Like these. That's already there. What's of this crap? I hope they buy it all. No, wait. These are all here. No. There we go. More of these. Wait, these... No, should not be. Nor should that. Right. I've gone all the way around now. Maybe. Need to make some room. I wonder if that's why I'm not getting caravans anymore. I mean, I'm getting caravans, but not like wagons. Yeah, things are slowing down like real hard because they're bringing everything. So much stuff. 26 FPS. Man. Got a lot of stuff coming over still. I'm, just while I'm waiting for this, I might as well blather on about my life. I'm into collecting, well, I guess more or less just video games. I mean, whether they be in a digital format or old consoles or whatever. I haven't bought any of the new generation consoles or anything like that, but late last year we bought Retron 3? Yeah, Retron 3. That allows you to play old Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, and Nintendo, like, NES games. So I've been slowly piecing together a retro game collection. If you don't count the old consoles I already had. Like, I already had a Genesis and a bunch of Genesis games and stuff like that. I had the original Xbox, 2 original PlayStations, and a bunch of games for all of those, and I'm still actively using my Xbox 360. I mean, granted, it's mostly a Netflix YouTube player now, but that's what we're using it for. Actually, it died late last year, and we bought another one to replace it solely for that purpose. Anyway, so we're doing a little bit of an organizing in our storage room, which desperately needs it. And we went through and pulled out Dotiki, more or less, pulled out a bunch of all the electronics and stuff like that and had me go through it. And I found an old set of headphones that were kind of like, whenever you saw Mike wearing these damned headphones when I was in high school. And I kind of took a picture and said, Look what I found. Kind of for my high school friends, and some of them are gonna think it's funny. Oh, cool. Yeah, that's cool. Now I gotta find the damn mayor. The world is the same as ever. Yeah, so that was kind of what I had set that up for, and my cousin saw my post, and in the background he saw that I had an old my old Xbox. He was like, "Is that for sale?" And I know that he collects like retro consoles and stuff like that. I was like, "Nah, man, I've got that hooked up. If I wanted to, get rid of it, I wouldn't sell it to you. I'd give it to you." And he was like, "Nah, just kidding. Here's my garage sale haul for the weekend." And he just shows me like all these consoles and games and stuff like that that he found over the course of the weekend. That's just crazy. But it's nice to see that, a lot of the games that he and I played as kids together, he's also looking for. I find that really interesting personally. It's nice that, even though, I mean, we're adults now. I'm closer to 40 than 30. And shit, he's a year older than I am. Or maybe, no, he's a year or two older than I am. And he's got a couple of kids, and he's still taking the time out to go and look for these things, and I don't know, I think that's awesome personally. I don't think I really need much of this other stuff. Maybe some thread. Charcoal I don't really need, but I'd take coke. Yeah, again, I don't really... maybe, you know what? Let's go and look for... get drinks. And extracts. I wanted to look into here because I don't want blood or anything, but... I am curious if you can buy honey. It doesn't seem you can. At least not in extracts. Strange. Right. You guys, have a super hard on for crossbows and fish. And cloth. Things we don't produce. Right. So, I think our mayor there is going to become the Baron. Let's move to start getting this trading going. All this metal and all this coke I will buy. I don't really feel like I need a lot of that. Tin cage I'll buy. Buy all these drinks. Sure. I don't need that barrel. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's important to have some sort of balance, especially as you get older, because it's really easy to just kind of get caught up in all the things that you're doing and all the things that you have to take care of day to day. It's really easy to get caught up and forget the work-life balance and forget to have hobbies. And I know that for me, this was something that I originally took up to kind of have as a hobby to get myself out of a funk, to do something with myself at a time where I especially felt like I wasn't really doing anything with any of my time, which is why I used to make a lot more videos. Now I just have more stuff to do, and this doesn't necessarily fill the same, like, I don't have the same hole that needs to be filled that this used to fill in terms of a hobby. And there are other things that I'm interested in, other things that I want to try. That doesn't mean that I don't enjoy doing this anymore. It just means that, you know, just like anything else, interest fluctuates in things that you do. Just because, I mean, that's why there's so many damned guitars and pianos in people's houses that, you know, sit around unused for years. Because, you know, sounds like a really good idea to take up the guitar or whatever, and then, hell, you may even play guitar for a really long time, and may really get into it, and be really good at it, but you may not stick with it forever, and that's okay. I mean, I do this because I still think it's fun, and I mean, there are still some of you guys who like to come and listen to me yammer on about things, so that's a thing. Thanks. I appreciate that. I'm gonna buy all your damned bolts. Even your super, really expensive ones. But yeah, I mean, something that you may not realize is being a younger person, or at least I didn't realize when I was a younger person, is that you kind of have things going on all the time. And you're always around your friends, and you're always around people, so you don't really have to worry about becoming isolated or having your life become stagnant, you know, because you're always kind of doing something. There's a social construct within school, even if you're not really involved within school. even if you're not super popular in school, there's some sort of engagement that is kind of forced upon you that you may not realize that you have until after you leave and you become an adult and you know, get out into the world and start working and start your life and stuff like that. And that's not to say that, like, I mean, I hung out with my friends quite a bit when I first got out of high school and things like that. And I still like to hang out with my friends as much as I can. But, by the way, I'm just buying all the armor that I can, because reasons. Also, cheese. But as people get older, you know, work takes up more and more of their time. People get into relationships. You know, you spend more time having to... I don't know why I'm buying these things, so I should not. You spend more time taking care of your house and worrying about doing chores and stuff like that, because if you don't do them, who the hell's going to do them, to be completely honest. You know, most of my friends don't do yard work and stuff like that because they genuinely enjoy it. Some of them do. But I can honestly say that there are some of them that genuinely hate yard work. But they do it because they kind of have to. Because they don't want to get fined by the city. You know, they don't want to get angry notes from their neighbors, things like that. So, there we go. So your time's caught up in all of these different things, and you know, a lot of the time you don't have time to... It's not that you don't have the time, but sometimes you forget to make the time to do the things that you like to do. Have a hobby. Be a rounded human being. I know this because I spent a good portion of my 20s living very, very hard. I worked really, really hard. I worked really long hours, completely unnecessarily. For places that didn't really warrant that kind of effort or devotion. And I didn't take a lot of time to do the things that made me me. And I felt like I lost a lot of sense of identity. That in some ways I only feel that I've started to regain, like recently. And I mean, that took almost 15 years. And if you can prevent yourself from going through that, just by being mindful of the fact that this happens, and trying to, you know, remember to have fun and to slow down and to pursue your interests. You know, it's not like the advice that I'm giving you is to, you know, jab yourself in the eye with a needle every 24 hours. The advice that no, I want to keep all this shit. The advice that I'm giving you is do the things that interest you and try to have fun. That's some of the... It should be some of the easier advice to take. Some of the easiest advice to follow through on. But once you get yourself into that cycle of just overworking yourself and, you know, letting all the responsibilities that you have in your life just pile onto your shoulders and basically forgetting your, like, losing your sense of self, then that can be a really hard thing to do because you kind of forget how. And I'm sure that there's some of you that are listening to this that know what I'm talking about, because I know that I have some older viewers. Hey. I know that not everybody who watches this is a young person who's in high school or in middle school or whatever. And if you are, that's okay too. Just, you know, even if you are younger, this still isn't very bad. This is still good advice. Maybe not for you right now, but it can be very soon. Especially since I find that kids now kind of have to grow up quickly. Kids get thrown into so much stuff now. Like, I know that I had a lot of extracurricular activities and stuff like that. I played sports and was interested in a bunch of stuff, but I'm gonna sell these animals. Let's see if he'll take that. There we go. Yours seems willing to trade. Doesn't he always? Alright. But yeah, I really don't think that this is advice that you can't take even if you're a younger person. Just remember to still have fun. I mean, homework and your sports team and whatever is really, really important. But do things that you find interesting too. I know that there are a lot of younger people who are pushed really, really hard to succeed and do things. I think that you can satisfy demanding parents who are pushing you very hard to accomplish things and follow your interests and followed my advice kind of at the same time if you're clever and you do it in you think about it for a little bit, because chances are, if your parents are pushing you like that, there's a reason they're pushing you like that. You're probably a high achiever to begin with. Maybe your parents are just really demanding, but you probably have some interests that are on the academic side anyway, and you can kind of incorporate that maybe, or they might be on the sporting side. Who knows? I mean, there are demanding parents on both ends of that spectrum. But yeah, it's really imperative that you maintain a sense of identity and a sense of oneself, and maintaining what you're interested in, because if you lose that, then it can be really, really hard to get it back. You don't need to be there anymore. You can go do your thing. Now my FPS is gonna drop. Just tank. It's gonna tank like the 76ers. If you're from Philadelphia, I'm sorry. This appears to be a thing that they're still doing. Right, let's see if I can get this turned into... Okay, good. So you train squad exercises. You guys will sleep here. Alright, so... Oh yeah, our captain of the guard was complaining. Let's go and... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then there we go. Do that, and that, and that. Make another noble room. Satisfy that guy. Actually, while I am doing that, I might as well make a bunch of other beds. I'm going to need some chests. I'm going to need some chairs. You're gonna need a couple of cabinets. You're gonna need an armor stand. You're gonna need a couple of tables. You're gonna need some statues. Oh, and a weapon rack. Oh, yes, I forgot to check. Okay, no, he's still the mayor. He's not a baron yet. Alright. Well, that was sufficiently long for me to blather on. So, everything looks gonna be... Well, it seems like it's being brought down, or it has been brought down already. So these dwarves are going to be smoothing this out. We are making all that stuff for those bedrooms. This will hopefully be carved out soon. But I will sign off for now. If you like this episode or you just want to support the series, feel free to go ahead and click on that good old like button. If you haven't subscribed and you feel like that's something that you may want to do, that button is down there as well. If you have any positive or negative feedback, feel free to leave it in the comment section down below. If you'd like to join me on Twitter, Twitch, or Steam, you can do that by clicking on one of the links in the description and I'll bring you right to where you need to go. But I've been Mike, and you've been you, and this has been Dwarf Fortress. Thanks very much for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.